Who are you?
I'm Mark English.
And what's your sport?
800 metres in athletics.
Favourite athlete?
Sebastian Coe.
Favourite place to train abroad?
Place called Salzburg in Austria.
Best country to compete in your sport?
Singapore.
If you were a car, what would you be?
A Bugatti, because it's fast. Well, I first started competing at the age of about 9 or 10, and my involvement was going to be inevitable, I think, because my father was a level 3 coach. My two sisters competed for Ireland, so I was always going to try it at some stage, and I got involved by just going down to Letterkenny Athletic Club on a Tuesday and a Thursday night, and it's really just a casual thing because I played Gaelic football at the same time, and I competed just for the fun of it, really. I wasn't that gone and going to competitions and winning at that stage, you know. It was really just for the fun element of it. And then things got serious, I suppose, in transition year of secondary school, and I won an All-Ireland Schools medal, and that's when my athletic career really took over. And I stopped playing the other sports like GAA at that stage. But I suppose it always was going to be inevitable that I would at least try the sport at some stage. It was extremely important for me to compete at the World Youth Olympics in 2010 because it gave me a taste of what the competition might be like for Rio 2016. It gave me a taste for what the atmosphere might be like in Rio 2016. And the latter is probably the most important for me because, you know, Olympic atmospheres only come around every 4 years. So this invention of these Olympics was a great way of allowing, I think, younger athletes to get a taste of what the Olympics might be like in a relaxed environment. So it was a great way for me to experience what that might be like. When I won the medal at the European Outdoors last year, I suddenly realised I was good enough to go out to every championships in the future and to put myself in a position where I could medal in the finals. And you saw that this European Indoors. You know, I really thought when I went out there that, you know, getting to the final was no longer going to satisfy me, and it didn't. And when I got there, I just wanted the medal, and so it just raises your expectations. You have a new baseline from where you draw, or you set up your new goals, and you set new expectations from. So it does change things, and it for sure gives you more confidence. Typical sessions that I might do on the track as an 800 metre runner would be my strength sessions. So that might be something like a 200 metres in 30 seconds, then jogging the next 200 metres in 50 seconds, then going straight into the next 200 in another 30 seconds, and maybe doing that 3 to 4 times, then throwing on the spikes and doing a few sprints. Over 150 metres just to get a bit of speed stimulus towards the end. And then I suppose more speed oriented sessions would include like 8 by 100 metres at 800 metre pace, and then more speed endurance oriented sessions would include something like a 600 metres at 800 metre pace, a minute recovery, a 200 metres at the same pace, and taking a 5 to 10 minute recovery, doing that again, and 3 times if you can do it. And they're really 3 core, I suppose, sessions that I would do. You know, my speed, my strength, my speed endurance, and then I also do a lot of plyometric work, obviously, in the week as well. I do it twice a week with George Petrakis and UCD, and that really helps me develop that, you know, dynamic power and elastic strength that I need over 800 metres to keep up with the top guys. You know, like hopefully this year, Radisha and Amos and Ayman. They're going to be the real contenders. I've learned since last year just to be as relaxed as possible going into the race. There's always going to be a huge amount of pressure on you to try qualify, especially through the heats and possibly the semis, depending on how my heats go when I'm out there. But for me, it just worked to be really relaxed going into the races last year and this year, and to go in with the attitude that, like, listen, if it doesn't work out, you'll always have another race, and it's not going to be your last championships. So you're still young and you've got plenty of opportunities, so just go out there and race how you think you should race it, and trust your own racing abilities and tactics on the day. And I think that's the way I'm going to approach the World Championships. So when I go out to a championships, I would look at the field and study them the night before the race for maybe 2-3 hours, and I would look at databases to try find out what their PBs are over different distances, because if they're fast over 400, you got to be aware of them over the last 200, and you got to be. I try to tend to be ahead of them if I can, because, you know, if they've got fast finishes, you don't want to be running around the outside of them. If they're strong 1500 metre runners, you know that they're not going to be tired after heats, that they're going to still be strong in semi-finals. So you're looking at things like that. You're looking at races from their past. How do they race? What are they thinking? You're trying to guess these things. Where do they want to position themselves? Do they feel pressure or do they not? So there's a lot of things you do look at. I think a lot of 800 metre runners know their opponents very well. It's one of the events where we do study each other a lot, and it's just the way the event has gone over the last while, because it's such a tactical affair. So there's a lot of things I would like to achieve in the long run. Like, obviously you dream about getting to Olympic finals and medaling, but I think it's also very dangerous to look too far ahead as an athlete. I think you need to focus on the present. It's definitely the case for me, and it helps motivate me to go out training every day when I just see that the Beijing World Championships to the end of the summer. So to be honest with you, yeah, like Rio's in the back of my mind, but am I thinking about Tokyo yet? No, I'm not. Like, I'm just focused on the immediate present. It's how I best prepare for the championships. But yeah, I mean, obviously no athlete's going to turn around and say that they don't want to make Olympic finals or make Olympic medals. So if I were to look back in 10 years' time, and if I were to have either of those accomplishments under my belt, I'd be absolutely delighted.